Well, here we are. This Friday will be most federal workers' second missed paycheck. Second missed paycheck, and most of us are still reporting to work. Some of us are furloughed. All of us are missing our money. And it just makes me think about when I get to work and some people are like, hey, why are you still here? Who we're offering services to. And in my head, it's like, well, it's not your fault that this is going on, which would make you not receive the services that you would typically get. And I feel like in our world, that's how a lot of people base their decisions. If it does not impact them directly, then they don't care, which is not the best way to be, especially when it comes to our government. I was really hoping when I got on that I would have better news, but I don't. It is very stressful to report to work, even if you are on a flexible schedule at this point, especially for those of us that commute like an hour to work. It's very stressful. Like, I can't imagine if I had to pay for parking. You're already burning gas. But yeah, hopefully next time I will have better news. I'm going to upload my previous video after this, just in case you did not get a chance to see it. And as always, you guys take care.
Hey, good people. So, should federal workers get paid? People that are lazy, people that are paper pushers, they really don't do anything. Like, if they don't go to work, then they shouldn't get paid, right? No, that is some of the craziest stuff. I have read some crazy comments over the last couple of weeks, y'all. I am a federal worker and I am reporting to work and I am not getting paid. Let me say that again. I am a federal worker. I am reporting to work and I am not getting paid. And I just want to know what person in their right mind thinks that is okay. None of y'all, right? But people make me question how they were raised, like with some of their comments. And a lot of people are stuck in, well, if a man doesn't work, he doesn't eat. How many of y'all been on a job for at least a year, and when you need to take off, you submit your leave so you can still get paid? I don't think people understand that federal workers are, we can't even use our leave times to supplement the pay we're not getting. And it's like some of these people just want to see someone suffer because of who they believe is at fault, when really both both parties are at fault. Both parties are playing in our faces because they are still getting paid. The last time I checked, a congressperson makes at least, I don't know, 150,000 a year, and because their money comes out of a different pot, they will continue to get paid. I say that it's both their fault because I have not seen any congressperson yet open up their bank accounts or their connections or networks to say, hey, federal employees, here are some free da 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 da. Here is a free da da da. Nothing like that. Nothing of the sort. I don't know what they're doing. I don't know. They can be on the beach for all I know. I really don't know. But I know I am not getting paid right now. And I am still having to do my job with a smile on my face. But yes, I feel like people don't understand how deeply this goes when you say federal employees should not get paid. So some people get a little soft when you say, oh, well, some people are still going to work. They're like, okay, but the ones sitting at home, they shouldn't get paid. Like, that's not their fault either. Like, if you work somewhere and it is shut down with the federal government, to no fault of your own, technically you're still supposed to get paid because that's not your fault. Okay. And a lot of people are like, oh, well, when you signed up to work for the government, you asked for that. You were okay with that. That's like me saying someone told me that their significant other, their spouse, was sick. And instead of me saying, oh, I hope they get better soon, I say, well, you signed up for that. See how that sounds? It's just silliness. And I feel like people think when you say the federal workers, they're looking at briefcases toting on top of the hill. No, we are regular people putting on uniforms and scrubs, taking care of your mima and your papa. And I would like to know, do you want someone in healthcare taking care of them that is worried about when they're going to get paid? what bills are due, or do you want someone that knows that they're getting paid on time and they can meet their financial obligations? I just want to know. I know for me, I want somebody who in their right mind. I want somebody who is cool, calm, and collect, and I want somebody that might be more worried about what's in their Amazon cart versus their bank account. Okay. Um, but some of y'all are weird. Some of y'all just seem like you were raised differently or took a turn. And when you say, well, y'all should at least come together, and a lot of people are like, oh, well, you can just find another job. Well, yeah, we all can find another job, just like you can find another person to talk to if you don't like federal workers. Okay. So that's just to me like someone just wanting to be mean and evil and kind of happy about other people's downfall. Like I said, I feel like both parties are at fault as far as what's going on with us. Y'all can't come and meet and say, hey, let's just pay the federal workers in the military. And yes, I'm aware that the military did get paid. I heard they found some change in a sofa somewhere and paid the military. But will they get paid November 1st? A lot of people are concerned about that. And you have to remember a lot of military people are working side by side with their civilians. And both of us are doing a job, but only one of us is expected to come to work and not get paid. At this point, I feel like if you're going to work during a shutdown, we should get some pay extra. I'm just saying. Seriously. And people like to say, oh, well, they can't agree on this because this rule, this policy. We've been following rules and policies and laws all year long, and now y'all want to do it. Now, this the time y'all want to read what it says and follow it. I just don't get it. It gives, we don't care, right? And see, if we said we don't care, it would be a problem. Because honestly, I don't feel like this is a true government shutdown. Because, I mean, if it was a government shutdown, this thing would shut all the way down. And I feel like, okay, when people hear, oh, federal workers, they may not get paid or they're not getting paid, people are like, oh yeah, that's so sad, or they deserve it. But then you say food stamps ain't coming out, it's like, oh, now we paying attention. Anywho, I just want to share some information for those that may or may not know that even though people are reporting to work, they are not getting paid. Even though some banks may say, hey, we offer a paycheck protection program, you have to already be established with a direct deposit with those banks to get that. And that money will be taken out once you start getting paid, if you get back pay. Also, your creditors, yeah, they may or may not work with you. They may say, we'll put that payment on the back end, or they may say, we're going to put that payment next month and we're going to need you to pay that full balance next month. So it's not just not getting paid. It impacts so much. And they talking about dragging this during the holiday season. Like, Merry Christmas to who? We ain't talking about gifts at this point. We just talking about keeping your lights on. But some of us, we don't care. We ain't worried. And the crazy thing is, when I get to work, we still pulling up with canned goods and food drives to help other people, because I guess we just good people. But sometimes good people don't get treated well. All right, I'm done with my rant. Thank you to the 30 to 50 people that sat down and listened to me. Hopefully, my next video will be on the stuff I normally do, hair, house, and not an update about we still ain't get paid.